day one with Saddle Axe Outfitters. We're here in British Columbia. We flew in yesterday and we drove to the main camp where we stayed the night, and we got the opportunity to meet the Palmer sisters for the first time. We've been working with them for the past 5 years on Team GWG and planning this hunt. And I'm so excited for this opportunity with Narissa and the girls. And there's so much that goes into this operation, from having the horses to packing the horses to making sure that we have all the equipment. Once you get back there is no grocery store. There is, oh, I forgot this. You're doing it without it. So it's been really awesome just to see everything that goes into a hunt like this. It's been several years since I've been on a backcountry hunt, having babies, so it just kind of took a turn for me, and I haven't done this in a while. So I'm really excited to get out there and be able to hunt with people that I feel like are family, and we get to spend a week in beautiful British Columbia.
This one had to go have like 2 kids, so this whole hunt experience has been 5 years in the making.
Yes.
And yeah, no, it's a good thing. It's a good
we're
thing,
excited.
But we're excited to be here and then just share the camp. You know, there's always good fun around a campfire, good conversations. You know, it's all about, that's what it is.
It is. It's like the best part.
Yep.
We'll see you at camp. So our first day riding from base camp into main camp was about 3 hours. It was a fairly easy trail. It was probably the easiest of everything we did. You had a couple good drop-offs that were where you could see, but the horses were so sure-footed. And that was one of my favorite things, was just the quality of horses on this hunt was incredible. They were sound. I actually slipped on a rock the very first day, and I had my foot in the stirrup. I was trying to get on Boog, and I went underneath, and he never even budged. You know, I just kind of flung underneath, and then I got back up and hopped on him, and away we went. But just seeing that quality, that anyone could come in here, people without experience, as long as, you know, they can get comfortable with horses, you could definitely do it. Once we got into main camp, some of the things, the first things I noticed, we rode in at night and it was lit up, and they had just built all of these incredible structures where you could keep the saddles, everything was covered, and they had these pens with all the horses, and it was just so cool to see how much work they'd done back there. So even though it was a remote backcountry hunt, you had the luxuries of staying in a cabin instead of in a tent. We had little wood stoves for each and every cabin, for our eating area, and then we had a fire out in the middle where we were able to sit and have coffee. The creek was just running through right next to it, and what an incredible spot, and what an awesome opportunity.
We've been riding for about 4 hours. We rode back to that slide originally this morning, where we heard that bull yesterday. And then we came back here because there was a couple of slides where Shane was bugling and seeing if anything was coming in. Checked a couple trail cameras, saw a really nice bull on there. I'm excited about him. Maybe we'll find him. Right now, you can see how gorgeous it is out here. I mean, it's just incredible. It just reminds you how nice it is for life to be a little bit slower sometimes. We got off the horses. We're really steep edge, but we're walking them in. We've just got like these little creek draws that we're walking them through, and the horses are incredible. It's been awesome. Such an awesome morning. So hopefully we'll hear a bugle here in a little bit. Okay, we've been hiking in for about an hour and a half, and there's one bull on this side, there's another bull over here. We think it's the one that winded us, and that was a hard hike. Shane and Tex are mountain goats.
and I'm only 5 foot tall and out of shape.
You did good.
But I did it. So it's super awesome. I'm gonna show you guys the view. Had an exciting morning. We had a bull come in from behind. He was a 5x5. Really quick, he winded us. Just like yesterday, he came from the wrong direction because we were working this bull over here. So it's been exciting. We've been hearing him bugle all day yesterday, all day today. It's a rush, so I can't wait. Hopefully tonight is the night.
So hard to see, but I just saw her move.
Yeah, I know right where you're talking about. But they're right below that brown tree sticking up.
Yeah, but down quite a ways,
Yeah.
almost eye level.
Okay, no, I think I know right where you're looking at.
But it's just the camels.
You could just go up to that spot. Yep. All I saw was brown. I don't know. All I saw was brown. I hope.
Yeah?
I missed him. I was rushing that shot because he was moving. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. That was way too much work for that to happen. So that last day up at main camp where I actually was successful on my elk was going in early. We were all exhausted because we'd only gotten about 5 hours of sleep. And we had a really long hike in. Once we got up there, we heard that elk bugling at the very bottom. So we took the horses and we actually had to walk them down a lot of the trail because there wasn't a trail there. And as we got in, Shane saw tracks and he started following the elk down with the tracks, even though he wasn't bugling back at us very often. And once we got to the very bottom of that area, we tied up the horses and we kind of were all taking a break. We were going to sit down and have lunch. And the horses started looking down the hill. And all of a sudden it was like, oh my gosh, there's a bull, there's a bull. And so we ran over and I sat up, 10 yards from the horses. The hard part for me was as he came in, the guys were on a hill and I was down the hill and I couldn't see except for the tips of his antlers and they could see him. But as we turned and spun, I actually picked up my sticks and I moved up the hill and he was facing us, almost just a silhouette.
Broadside, perfect.
darkness, the thunder knows my secrets. The storm is like a brother, it knows me like no other. So let it rumble, let it roll, 'cause it's all...
All right, you guys, we just got a beautiful, beautiful 5x6. I couldn't be more grateful for this opportunity. This is one of my top hunts. It's been backcountry. We've been back here for, I think, 5 days total hunting for 4. And what an awesome, awesome hunt. I had more opportunity than I knew what to do with. And I had a miss, just didn't have the right shooting lane with that first bull. We came in this morning into that first basin, and it literally was just this bull. He was bugling way down at the bottom. So we rode down, we blazed a trail. There was no trail there. And we got off our horses. I was changing my pants. And next thing I knew, he was coming in because Shane was bugling. And they were like, hey, there's a bull coming. And I was thinking, you know, here shortly, but it was right here. I couldn't really see him because I'm short and I had to move around a few times, but was able to get a frontal shot. And I don't even know how far he was, but he wasn't that far. It was really thick and treed, but I was able to get good vitals and he just came crashing down. As most people know, once an elk goes down, or any animal for that matter, that's when the work begins. So after getting a few pictures and a little bit of camera, and from the time that we killed that bull until we got back to camp was almost 9 hours. So we decided not to go back and get pack horses and come back because we were almost 3 hours from camp where we were at on horseback. And we actually just quartered him up right there, caped him out, and we loaded everything on our horses. And then we hiked our horses straight uphill for about an hour, and we just led them. And then we rode for about 10 minutes, and then we went and we hiked with the horses off, and we were walking about 6 or 7 miles. And then at the very end, we actually got back on and rode for a little bit. All right, end of the trip. We spent the last 3 hours quartering elk, getting it on horses and hiking out. We went uphill with the horses on foot. It was real fun. And now we are completely riding out. Shane's going hands-free. That's the hands-free version. Carrying my antlers. It was like a 3-hour ride back, so instead of getting the pack horses, we just did it all. I got cameraman Danny back there carrying meat, and Tex. They are all amazing. What an awesome trip. It's beautiful. Everyone was drenched. Everyone was exhausted. And when we got to camp, just to be able to have that hard work and the success of that hunt was so incredible. Hunting is about the experience. It's about the camaraderie and coming together, being able to feed your family, and really just doing something outside of what you do every day. For Saddle Axe, for the Palmer family, this is what they do. This is what they love to do. And it's so awesome to see them come together as a family, and everyone joins in. Everyone has a part in it. And I really just loved the opportunity, and I can guarantee you that I will be back every year. I just can't wait to come back and do this again.